My other motivation too is that like when I get text messages or hear my clients say, thank you for helping me to buy a home. I never thought that this could be possible. Or what are your actual goals that you want to attain? And then start looking at the money and stuff that's behind it. Of the staff as well too. When we have those relationships with them, you want everyone to be successful. So the emotional part of it, the mental part, that in and of itself is a lot for administrators.
Oh yes. At Comfort Measures Consulting, we're here to help you navigate the complexity of healthcare. If you're caring for a loved one as a caregiver, you don't have resources, you don't know what questions to ask, you need to have options, right? Give Comfort Measures a call. Give us a chance. First consultation is free. Speak with me, Comfort Measures Consultant, 850-879-2182. You can also visit our website at www.comfortmeasuresconsulting.com. Talk to you soon. It's another episode of the Let's Get Comfy podcast. I'm your host, the shiny bald head, nice black beard, Norman Harris, owner of Comfort Measures Consultant. We have a special guest here with a unique background, an array of knowledge, array of experience, an array of expertise. And I'm about to try to pronounce her name correctly on the first try. All right, Dr. Ranyouri Senia.
I mean, it's close enough.
What was it?
Ranyouri.
Senia.
Yeah.
Well, I say Rainy, so she already know. Dr. Rainy. All right. Sorry I messed up your name.
No
you want me to do it over?
No, that's good.
Okay, we're keeping this in the show.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dr. Rainy, for joining us here. I'm so happy to have you. Yes, this has been in the works for a little while. You've been patient with me with the rescheduling and everything, so I appreciate it. Here on a Sunday, you already been in church.
Amen.
Yep, and we didn't go.
You was there in spirit.
Yep, I did listen to John P. Key this morning too.
There you go.
I did.
Did you sing too?
That's his name. Nah, this time. Yeah, I think I did. John P. Key, because I don't like the new school gospel, man. I'm old school, I still like Rance Allen.
Yeah.
You know Rance Allen?
Yeah.
He died.
I know.
That's sad.
What about hymns? Did you do the old school hymns too?
No, I don't do no hymns.
Oh, okay.
I don't do no hymns.
You're not old school there.
Yeah, my daddy do him.
Oh yeah.
But I don't do him. I don't do no hymns. Yeah, but okay, Miss Rainey.
Yeah.
Tell the audience who you are and brag on yourself. I always like to make my guests feel uncomfortable because most people don't like talking highly of themselves, but do it today, please.
Okay, that is so true that we don't like to talk, highly of ourselves, because especially when you have a servant's heart, your goal is not for you, is to serve others. But I will take this opportunity to toot my own horn, I would say. So again, my name is Ranyouri Senia, but I go by Rainy. I have several different businesses, let's say that. But my first love, of course, is going to always be healthcare. I started out as an occupational therapist, moved into being a nursing home administrator. Throughout that time, I also ended up getting my PhD. So Norman has called me Dr. Rainey. So I do have my PhD in healthcare services with a specialization in healthcare administration. Yeah. Along the way of healthcare, just like many others during the world of COVID, just the uncertainty. My husband and I had always wanted to do investments, and I thought, why not get my real estate license? So I am also a realtor, have several different business adventures in the real estate world. So I'm a realtor, I am a mortgage loan originator, I am a financial literacy, credit restoration specialist, and I also own an event venue. So I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, that's a lot of things. But when you have system processes in place, it is not hard at all. And if you think about the richest people in the world, they never have just one job. They have like a plethora of different businesses. So I am on my road to being a millionaire. So that is just a little snippet of the different things that I currently do.
Future millionaire. She real close too, y'all. She don't tell you what bank account look like. Yeah. So she don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it. So here's her education certifications. November 2023, certified HUD counselor. September 2015 and March 2016, she was in the University of Connecticut. Why did you go up there?
So, why I went to Connecticut?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you get married, you have to do this thing called compromise.
Compromise.
Yes. So I'm originally from Georgia, but moved to Florida in 2010. Mm-hmm. Got married in 2015. Yep. So husband, job moved us to Connecticut. So I did the perfect wifely duty.
Yeah.
Compromised and went to Connecticut.
Mm-hmm. Give Buddy a shout out too on the show too.
Shout out to my amazing husband, Justin, of 10 years. We celebrate 10 years in January. So yes. It has been a good journey.
Good journey. Well, man, shout out to you, buddy. And good job, as wife being supportive. Tell you, man, make a stronger man, have Absolutely. A good supportive wife for sure. Long-term care certificate you earned. You also went to Walden University, which is based in Minnesota. Doctor of Philosophy in Health Services, which you mentioned, was specializing in healthcare administration. Medical College, Occupational Therapy. You said that. Let's talk about your memberships. Geez, I need to do more. All right, Mentor Committee since 2018. National Association of Long-Term Care Administrator Board, right, in 2020. See, my phone on the trip on me. Okay, let's see. I'm going to say all of it. Member of the American Occupational Therapy Association in 2016. APP Committee, 2017 to 2020. Member of the American College of Health and Care Administrators, Florida Chapter Vice President, Florida Chapter Board Member. Let's see, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Member. Y'all, second President, June, what's the second President of, that was in, I was Delta, okay.
I was the second VP, and then currently I'm on several different committees as the chair of economic development and then also internal audit.
Wow. All right, Southern Region Conference Committee, second Vice President. International Awareness and Involvement Committee Chair from August 2011 to 2014. Economic Development Committee, Internal Audit Chair, South University OT Assistant Program. My God.
When you have a servant heart,
That's a true servant heart. Yeah. Please don't look at my certification of memberships or anything like that, okay? All right, so you're gonna just say dad on there.
I mean, that's a big job. Listen,
yeah.
As a daddy's girl myself, that is a huge job.
Man, so please, I appreciate it. I don't even know. I appreciate it though. Yeah, but yes, I wanted to make sure people highlight that because this show will about making sure healthcare related individuals are heroes. You're the new day celebrity, and on the Let's Get Comfy podcast, you are a celebrity. We're going to talk with the audience today to empower our listeners with more information. All right, so let's get started here with your dedication and passion to possess healthcare related information, but knowledge as well, led you on a path to become a nursing home administrator. How did you get that opportunity?
Okay, so my opportunity started at when I became an occupational therapist. My first job was a traveling therapist. So I had the opportunity to travel around like every 13 weeks or so. I ended up coming here in 2010. And again, just throughout my traveling assignments, I just wasn't pleased with how the administrators were, to say the least. You would walk down the hall, you would walk down the hall as an employee. The leadership would walk past you. They would hold their heads down, try to walk so they wouldn't make eye contact with you or not say anything to you. Sometimes it would be, again, at the time I was a practicing therapist, it would be, hey therapy. Who is hey therapy? My mom named me Ranyouri. So the fact that the leadership didn't even take the opportunity to get to know staff, and of course, I am a staff member at that time, I heard the meetings after the meetings after the meetings of the things that were going on. And I just wasn't pleased. And then when we had moved to Connecticut, I met an amazing administrator that asked me, have I ever thought about being an administrator? And so, it came into my mind, but never did anything with it, and learned about the UConn program, loved their program, loved the support that they provided to us, especially when it came to someone like myself, new to the area, trying to get those various internships and things. It was just really amazing. So had the opportunity to really go from just helping the patients to now helping the patients and the staff. So.
Got it. Okay. So going and leading, and sometimes you have to follow.
Absolutely.
As a spouse, and you follow him way up to Connecticut, and look what that happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the best experiences. I really did enjoy my time there. Minus the snow. Now,
the snow.
Yeah.
Any good food in Connecticut like that?
They had some good restaurants, but we would also just travel over to New York to go and eat a lot of times. Just catch the train. It's not far. I mean, because Connecticut is so small, like you can catch the train and be there no time.
Hour like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And don't have to worry about parking. That's the other thing.
Big
parking in that traffic.
Yeah. That's actually a good story of how you began as a nurse home administrator. Okay. I love to hearing the journey and how it sort of started. So again, we're gonna be moving gears here, right? Your real estate journey.
Okay.
What inspired you to get into real estate, and how has your career evolved since then?
Woo. Mm-hmm. So, okay. I kind of was raised in real estate, right? Okay. So my dad has his own construction company back home in Georgia. But growing up, I took the route of my mom into healthcare. Gotcha. So it kind of came full circle. My husband and I talked about wanting to do investments, and my thing is whenever I do anything, I want to know as much as I can, right? So what better way than for me personally, I know there's other classes and stuff you can do, but for me personally, than to actually get the license, learn the lingo, learn how to do the negotiation. So when I do get into my investments, I know all of the leverage and know the tools and tricks in the contract more so than anything to make it a success. So I decided to go into the real estate world. And then again, with that, people start reaching out, wanting to purchase homes. So now I'm getting to the part of helping them. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people were reaching out about credit assistance. Credit not the best. Tried to partner with people. That didn't work. So I said, you know what? I'll open up my own, because at least I know that I'm not taking anyone's money, right? I'm actually sitting down, explaining, teaching them, empowering them for their financial literacy in general, but also with their credit restoration. I don't do repair. And then with that, end up wanting to become the mortgage lender side to be able to help them to achieve the finances, but also too, now I get to see the hard money loans that the investors need, get to see the commercial loans that people need. So get into that aspect. Then the HUD counseling came along, being able to literally have that support and go with them through their journey because they may not be officially ready. So having monthly meetings, those accountability meetings, to where every month, even if you're not ready, I'm calling, following up with you. Hey, where are we? Let's get an update on what we need to do so we can get you to your ultimate goal. So that is all real estate.
Wow. You know what I'm noticing? You like to maximize
absolutely
every situation you get involved in.
That's
with
right.
the OT, you became nurse home administrator in a different state, right? So that means you came back to Florida, you had to get licensed here.
Yep.
Do you have any stories of how the difference of, did you practice in Connecticut?
I did.
Okay, what's the difference in Connecticut skilled nursing industry, right? Compliance, regulations, compared to Florida?
Okay.
Briefly, if you will.
Big difference, okay?
Big difference, yeah.
Big difference. I will say that when it comes to Connecticut and their and ACA coming in and stuff, the administrators have a better relationship with them than what they do here. ACA would have events, or administrators would have events, and they would come, kind of have like a free will of telling them about the different concerns that they have, expressing their concerns, and ACA really listen. Versus here, I know they have sometimes those sessions and stuff, but it's not as informal as it is there. Like, you really get to know their surveyors there, get to have conversations with them, because, you know, at the end of the day, as an administrator, you don't want them necessarily in your building. You just want to make sure that everything is done right. So versus here, I don't feel as if the relationship or the connection is as close as it is up in Connecticut.
Gotcha. More facilities here as well too.
More facilities.
So did you have staffing issues up there? Or?
As everywhere. Yep. I'm also licensed in Georgia. Pretty much kind of everywhere you go, you have staffing issues. But I will say that kind of falls on leadership as well too. A lot of people think it's just the money. It's not always the money.
No, not always.
Because all money is not good money. Sometimes it's just a matter of if you have a good leader that listens, take into account what you're saying, and just make sure you treat with respect.
Got it. So right now, I know you're building out your real estate team as well, right? If you can expound on your company and share your website from real estate. And audience, I know my flow today is going to be back and forth, and it's her fault because she decided to do so much in her life, okay? Well, go ahead. Yeah, for sure.
I'll take that. So my company name is actually Homes to Investments. So we literally do everything from helping you find your home all the way to investments. I actually just started in January, had the opportunity to go over to Punta Cana. So we have connection with some developers in Punta Cana. There are some connections with developers over in Ghana, Zanzibar, Dubai. So now I have the opportunity to even sell internationally as well too for people looking to do investments there.
Wow. So you're really on the road to a millionaire for real.
Absolutely. For real. I'm bringing people with me.
Please, you can drag me. Take me with you, please. All right. So if someone was new to investing, what's the smartest step they should take first, like in real estate?
I would definitely say if you're looking to start, to write down exactly what your goal is, right? It's a difference if you're just looking to invest in land. A difference if you're investing in condos, townhomes, single family homes. If you want to do apartments, if you want to do commercial buildings. So literally sit down and kind of think of like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to start? And then think about, are you looking to do the investments where you're doing the renovation? So you're doing a fix and flip, as we call, or if you're going to do a buy and hold, because that's going to vary as well too. So at least sit down and think of what are your actual goals that you want to attain, and then start looking at the money and stuff that's behind it.
That's really good. Now, just thinking right now in my brain, it is really good, and I know your parents are probably very proud of you. Because if you go back to, like you said, how you were reared in their professions and how it impacted you, being a product of your environment, having those individuals to guide you and rear you along the path, look at what you end up doing. You did specialize in both areas in which they did as well. Yeah. And you maximized it to the fullest. You made your name, progression with it for real.
Oh, absolutely.
So I admire that, really do. You. Yeah, so I have my kids here. I just hope they just take something from, being around good people like this and learning something from y'all too. Seriously, that's really good.
I appreciate it.
It's really good. Congratulations to your parents. You want to shout them out, really do so.
Absolutely. Yeah. So shout out to my mom and dad, Randolph and Rhonda Hines. They are actually back home in Albany, Georgia. So thank you for instilling in me qualities and stuff. So I greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, we definitely give kudos to parents and honor our parents on this show. I definitely do as well, because I said this on one of my, I was on a podcast and I said, I don't have the story of like the hardship story. I may not be as appealing to draw you to say, I was in poverty, my dad left me. And, most people, that's the story you hear, and that's probably more appealing, I guess, the comeback story, I guess, from, so much adversity. But I like to be the black person that say, I'm a black male that had a daddy, a black male that had a mother that was in church and that reared me the right way. You don't hear those stories as advertised enough. So that's why I wanted to point that out.
Thank you.
For sure. Yeah, no problem. All right, so personal branding and success. You've built a strong personal brand in real estate, but also in the healthcare field. How did you decide and choose which one you take off with?
I don't think I chose. I think they kind of chose me, so to speak.
Okay.
I feel like, I saw the need, right? I tried to do the research, tried to partner with a couple of various companies that just did not work out. And sometimes, you just have to go out and start it yourself in order for it to end up where you want it to be, especially when you have people coming to you with true concerns, issues. And again, with real estate, that's one of the most expensive things you'll ever buy. You just want to make sure that they're treated right, that they're treated fairly, that they have all the information that they need. So I think they all kind of chose me in a sense. And I just, again, those systems, having those processes, those types of things, it just helped make things go smoothly.
Yeah, that is true. All right.
Okay.
All right, we'll pause from the show now. That's why I have my phone too. But we'll pause from the show. I'm supposed to have this pulled up, everyone. So bear with me. So this is our comfy moment.
Okay. Okay.
We have comedy. I claim and manifest that the show is Florida's #1 edutainment station. Now, you indicated that something that you love and enjoy doing is water rides.
Yes.
Water rides.
Yes.
What's your favorite theme park?
Like I usually like go to theme parks like when we go like into all inclusives. So I don't necessarily have a favorite one here. When I go to those resorts, I'm probably the biggest kid there.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to stand in line and wait with everybody else. So I don't necessarily, but here I don't have a park per se. I think I'm when I'm back here in the States, I just like so in tune to working. But take me to an all-inclusive or a resort, I'm on it all day, every day.
You are on break. You're on vacation.
Yes.
That's how I am as well.
Yeah, my husband have to tell me it's time for us to go. Like I'm like one of the biggest kids. Yeah, I will get on the same one. Yeah.
You in the line with the 5-year-old, 8-year-olds and stuff.
2, 3 years old, it don't matter. We're all standing up.
yeah, that's good. Well, that's really good. Other things that you enjoy to do, like hobbies. What any hobbies you like to share?
I love food, of course. Mm-hmm. That is always a favorite. But another hobby that I'm trying to get into more so is I'm trying to learn how to skate. Gotcha. Like I can do a little bit, but I want to be like moving around, dancing. I don't want to be like the little kids.
Cause you be looking at them people online, don't you?
Absolutely.
Yep, yeah. I be saying it looks very sensual. With the way they skate together. Yeah, so my granddad owned a skating rink, Patrick Skating Rink in Quincy, Florida.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how to skate.
No. Oh, wow.
I don't know how to skate. It's my dad and his fault.
So what kind of got me into wanting to do this, my niece, she goes to Georgia Tech. And so, of course, in Atlanta, she was like, let's go to the Cascade Skating. Mm-hmm. And if you know anything about that, like you can't like go there and don't know how to skate. No. So I told her, I'm sorry, baby girl, I cannot go. I'm not going to be embarrassed by falling or something. So that's my goal, to learn how to skate so me and her can go have our TT niece date.
That's really good. I like that. Yeah, I'm scared to fall, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Just brace yourself.
All right. Your favorite show? I know you say you don't even watch TV like that. Really?
I don't. And I think it's because like growing up, I was so in tune to education. And then even after college, I went like straight into my master's, then into my PhD. So I mean, I just really didn't watch shows. But I will like every now and then get me like a detective shows. First 48, I can handle that.
I can handle it.
Law and Order, I will watch that. Detective Stabler, Benson, yeah, really? I will watch those. But I don't do the drama stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if I do that, I'm not like sitting down watching it. I may hear my mom and sister talk about it and try to get a quick update, but I can't get into that.
Really? My sister love it.
Yeah.
She love it, boy. My sister love it.
I try, but it's just not me.
No, not me either. But First 48. I always turn from the show. It's a sad show to me.
It's a sad show, but it's also one of those shows that, because I actually had a cousin that was, he was murdered. He wasn't on the show, but he was like down in Miami.
I'm about to say he was on the show?
No, he wasn't on the show, but it's like one of those things I kind of wish they always can go back and open up the case or something, because it's still unsolved to this day. Wow. So, I just kind of like think when they can close the case, it gives those families closure, because again, to this day, we don't have closure.
Wow. Gotcha. And I was about to say a joke. Yep. But yeah, I'm sorry about that happened to you.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. Well, I know they stay in Miami and Memphis.
And I have to say this now. I do not recommend you doing this, but when I was in college, and I went down to Miami, I had someone, they were from Miami. So I actually went to one of the areas where they had one of the first 48 sessions. And so I was like, oh yeah, I'm down here in the Coke and Beans area. And so
you try to show out. Yeah, all right, yeah.
So I don't recommend, go down there, by yourself or anything. But
yeah, that she tried to go down. Yeah, I'm in the Coke and Beans project and want to try to show out. Yeah, that's what they do that what's that little King Von and O Block, they want to go and show themselves on them blocks like that.
Yeah, so it was a quick drive-through and I was
he was out of there.
Yeah, I don't advise that.
Don't advise that. So all right. So thank you for the entertainment moment. We'll get back in the show. All right. Entrepreneurship. It can be hard. I call it an emotional roller coaster. Buying and selling is often emotional as well. How do you remain motivated? Like even through all the phases that you've been through. Like people don't understand. I know we briefly touched on it, but even becoming a nursing home administrator, that's not an easy process. No. And that test is not easy either. And you license in multiple states. That's man. You just like to learn, bro.
I think that's true.
No.
I will say that.
But tell us that though. So for sure. So as an entrepreneur, your emotional side, how do you balance and stay motivated though?
For me, the balancing and the motivation again is going to come from those systems and processes, so you don't get wound up or get too consumed in one thing over the other. My other motivation too is that like when I get text messages or hear my clients say, thank you for helping me to buy a home. I never thought that this could be possible, or them being able to get their credit score. One of my oldest clients is actually a 67-year-old lady. She ended up purchasing the home because her landlord wanted to sell the home she was currently renting. She had been renting for 15 years. So pretty much that was considered her home. And then the fact that I was able to assist her with purchasing her forever home now, just hearing that story just like really makes me very proud and gets me where I need to be. And like how you were saying you were raised with your parents, I too was raised with my parents. So my parents have always owned a home. My grandmother has owned the home. So just thinking of like those memories that we've been able to have in a family home, I want to help people to be able to have those memories in their own family home.
That's really good. I'm trying to see like what motivates you to continue down your path with the real estate instead of nursing home administrator.
So now I still do a little bit in nursing home, right? So I will do interim positions here and there because again, I still have enough team to cover everything else. I still like to go in, help the staff, help the leadership team, so to speak, but more so again, helping the staff, let them know that there are good leaders out there that will come your way. It's just, unfortunately, it's just, sometimes you got to go through trial and error. And then I still teach like newer nursing home administrators. Like I do consulting with them, like when they're coming aboard, teaching them how to go into a facility. What are the first things that you need to do when you go into a facility?
Yeah. I
encourage them, don't go sit in the office. You need to be boots on the ground, literally going and meet your staff, introducing yourself to everyone. So, I still kind of dabble into that by helping the new generation of the nursing home administrators. But again, I still will do interims here and there to keep my license active.
That's really good.
My ultimate goal is to own a nursing home. So that's where the real estate and all of this is all playing together as well.
Playing together. Gotcha. That's a big move.
Yeah.
It's a major move. Yeah. So I will say that's one thing that I saw I probably would do a little different. And I'm kind of joke about this, but I'm serious at the same time. As an administrator, I feel like I was too engaged.
To engage with the staff?
Yeah, the staff and involved in being out on the floor and stuff. I really think I could have more peace of mind if I just stayed in the office and was a jerk.
You think so, man?
Yeah, I know it for a fact.
Nobody
get bothered. If nobody likes you, you don't get bothered.
That's true. But you also have to have those expectations too. Set those expectations like when something's going on, who needs to go talk to who, as well as holding those. I don't even call them department heads. Your senior leaders. Holding those senior leaders accountable as well too.
Yeah.
You got to train them up.
But nobody bothers. Staff members want to talk to you. Nobody want to come and chat with you if you
But
jerk.
You know what? You say that, but I know in your heart of heart, you wouldn't even be able to do that.
No, I wouldn't be able to do
right.
that.
You're just talking.
I'm just talking.
Right.
I'm just talking. Yeah, I'm just talking. I say that all the time. So I'm like, man, I should have been a jerk, man. Nobody wouldn't have bothered me at all. Maybe I wouldn't have been so stressed, But that's not me.
It's not, it wasn't even that. I don't think it was necessarily that staff. Unfortunately, when you don't have the right leadership.
Yeah, staff wasn't the problem for me.
That's the issue with everything.
Mm-hmm. Staff wasn't a problem at all. Okay, so transition. Of your skills transferability, what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
How have the skills experiences gained during your tenure in healthcare influenced your approach in real estate?
So of course, in healthcare, you have people in these various departments, right? They're doing, but at the same time, you have to learn a little bit about each department. Not necessarily everything, but enough to be dangerous, I would say.
Yeah.
Even with being the business office manager, with being your marketer, with being the maintenance person. Like, you have to know a little bit about that. So now going into real estate, like, I have been able to pull from those various things. I am my own marketer. I am doing my own finances. I call it Financial Fridays. So like pulling everything from healthcare have been able to like help me transition over to real estate with no problem.
I tell people all the time, like, I wouldn't change being a nursing home administrator at all.
No.
Like, the skill set you learn, the being ability to multitask, to lead, knowing how to read body language, like so many intangibles.
Oh gosh, shit. Project management, everything.
It touches on an array of things, like where you can apply for a whole lot of jobs if you're really in tune, right, with each department. Like you said, be dangerous enough in every area. Like it's so much you really touch as well. So that's why I wanted to ask that question too, because I'm pretty sure you built a lot of or you use a lot of processes and practices probably in your business as well. So that's really good. My next question for you is, why do you no longer want to practice as a full-time administrator?
Oh,
full-time.
Very transparent. Why I don't no longer want to do that. I just have not seen, not that they're not out there, but I personally have not found a company or an organization that truly cares about the administrators. I'll say that. But also too will truly listen to them and allow them to run the building the way it's supposed to be ran. Like, I do understand at the same time, you're about making money and stuff, but if you're talking about staff retention, keeping the staff, but you're constantly having a turnover with administrators, how is that playing out? Because you're constantly changing over this leadership, it's affecting the staff. So it's just this revolving door. So I personally feel I prefer to go in interim, know that I'm going to be able to go in, sprinkle a little dust in, that I can help you out, show you, how you can kind of run and establish a good foundation. But then after that, I'm out. Yes, out.
But don't leave raining.
Every time. But yeah.
That's good though. I definitely see that picture, and I just wanted you to share it here. It is a lot of things out of your control. Too.
Yes.
A lot of things out of your control, and you basically, my problem was understanding what corporate desired, and knew that I am the face of this to over 100 different people.
Yes.
We have our town hall meeting, our educations and things like. And those things, you have to motivate people to want to work.
Yes.
You have to get work done through other people. That's probably one of the most valuable lessons I learned. Our preceptor, Reggie, used to tell me that. He said, Norman, you can know every regulation in the book and recite it off the top of your head, but if you can't manage people and get them to want to work for you, it's just pointless.
That's it. Out of my career, I have only had one RVP that was absolutely amazing. And I'm going to shout him out, Mr. Joe Keenan. I think he's retired now, but absolutely amazing. Really allowed me to run the building. We were able to go from a bronze to a silver, but we were really making changes. And I feel that because of his support from the RVP level and knowing what we could do, that it made it a whole big difference overall.
Yeah, Cindy Taplin, my Everton too, Spencer, but Cindy, I just always love her approach. And I think she's with Lilac now. Yep, she's still with Lilac. Miss Cindy, I'm gonna tag you in this too. You watched the full episode too. But yes, Miss Cindy, she would ask, I'll call her and she would always ask, what are you thinking, Norman? Let's talk about it.
Yes.
I'm like that. I really admire that about her.
Let you run the building.
Let her, and she said, well, you know what? That's a good idea. Let's try that. Let's try what you said. And then if it doesn't work, we'll come back, reassess it. And
I love it.
Yeah, she was wonderful attitude. Never like pressure, even in pressure time. And we run into a lot of stressful times. She never ever just made me feel like I was overwhelmed. I don't know. So she meant a lot to me, just having her during that point in my career. So Miss Cindy, All right. So my next question is, and I'm going off of what you said. You said your ultimate goal, sort of how you're building this, is having your own skilled nursing facility.
Yes.
What would be your mission? What would you say your mission statement would be, or just a theme for your facility that you want them to operate by?
Okay, so it definitely will be grounded with the foundation of care, more so than anything, in love. Like, you got to be able to love this profession. I would definitely say that. So how I envision it, it is going to be one of those facilities that everyone is going to want to be there. Staff is going to be like a waiting list just to even have staff to come aboard, because we're going to be treating them right. We're going to be empowering them. We're going to make sure that the residents are taken care of. We're going to make sure that everyone is being heard. And at the same time, we're going to have fun. Because, you know, again, people like to say your job is your family. It really is, because you spend a lot of time with them. So it's going to be, of course, we're working hard doing stuff that's supposed to be done. But we're going to also have some fun at the same time. Because I love to laugh. I love to have a good time. And I just think that just changed the atmosphere.
Totally. Yeah, my wife used to say all the time, your family calling. She used to say that so petty. Yeah, she used to say that though.
I mean, it is true. Yeah. It is true.
Yeah. What was this is going back to your parents here? See how you just set goals. You always think you're innovative, very innovative person, and you're not just focused on one thing, right? What would you say one of the biggest things your parents taught you that impacted you just forever?
I would definitely say to, of course, treat everybody the same. That regardless of where they are in life, what position that they're in, that respect should be always given. To have a caring heart, to, you know, give if you can, but if not, to be able to just be there for them if need be. Like with my dad's company, he's always had his employees. And I remember growing up, I used to wonder why, like, he would always make sure they're paid first before money's getting brought home. But at that time, I was saying that he was making sure that those who were working for him were doing for him, that they were taken care of first.
That is really good. That takes a different type of mindset too.
Oh, yes.
Willing to pay your employees before you get paid.
Yes.
And you have your own family too. That's really good. Really good. Do you see yourself furthering any additional for education, going further at all?
No, my PhD is the highest. That is all I need. But of course, like certifications and just maybe some certificates here and there, I will probably do that, because I am a lifelong learner. And that's one thing you have to learn in life too. If you're not constantly learning, you know, you're going to be left behind. But also too, don't get to have that learning paralysis. Like, if you're going to learn it, start incorporating it.
There you go.
Because you can learn too much and not use it.
Not use it. Not use it. I used to tell people all the time, well, see, I'm a little different than you, right? If I didn't have to go to college, I would never went.
Really?
Yeah, I would never went. If my family had like a chain of businesses, I would have went that route and, you know, ran with my granddad, for instance. He had a body shop. He had a daycare. A barber shop. Let's see what else he had. Apartments. He's had a skating rink, like I said before. He's working on an assisted living facility right now as well. Yes. So if he would have, if it was a Harris chain, I would have definitely been working in that for sure. Yeah, because I've never used trigonometry again, or geometry, none of those things.
That's true.
Never used it.
That's true.
I would have went that route for sure.
Yeah, you don't use that, but you use like the finance stuff, the no longer checkbooks, but at our time, early checkbooks and those things like that, which they no longer have.
Right. So I think I would have definitely did that, but I admire people that really enjoy learning and applying it. That's the hard part too.
Yes.
Applying it in your life, because I always say, you know, you valedictorian, high school, we talking about finished product. What's the finished product look like? You be valedictorian and be working manager at CVS. No bad, not talking about nobody in general, but what are you applying from all that education you obtained?
That's true.
It's really about being a visionary, having that faith, but also putting the work with it too. Right? You can talk about it, but what about being about it? And that's what you've done, and that's why I admire you so much, Dr. Rainey. And I wanted you on the show. If you was talking and speaking with someone else, a younger Rainey. Right now, that's 21 years of age, and you were mentoring her. What would you say would be the most valuable part of her life for her to focus on?
I would say just building relationships. I would say building relationships, because you're like the saying goes, that your network is more than your net worth. It truly is. So I would say to be out building relationships, meaningful relationships at that early age.
That is true. Resources. Telling you, it's about who you know.
Absolutely.
Over what you know. No, I'm just telling you, it's about who you know over what you know. It definitely, in some industries, it's even higher about who you know, right? And you can have all that education, the accolades, and you're gonna be sitting back to saying, "I don't have no interviews. Why nobody calling me?" Yeah, you have to network. Get involved in these community pages, network functioning. Look at Eventbrite. Attend those type of functions, because knowing one person could catapult your life to an entirely different stratosphere. A lot of people in leadership right now in healthcare, in different areas, they knew the right person.
Right.
They knew the right person. Yep. And it was not because they're the best administrator in the whole wide world and have all the knowledges and deficiency-free survey. They knew the right person.
Right. And a quick tip too, like when you are networking, you don't have to like go into details like, okay, what are you doing or what's your business? We use the acronym called FORD. Like, so it's F for family, O for your occupation, R for your recreation, and D for dream. Like, hit on those 4 things when you're out meeting people, and you can always have and develop a conversation just based off of that.
You came up with that?
No.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
I never heard it said again.
FORD,
like F-O-R-D.
F-O-R-D, family, occupation, your recreation, and then your dreams.
Your dreams. That's good. You said processes, structures. That is really good. Going back to skilled nursing facility, I have to do it.
All right, let's go.
Misconceptions, right? We telling the truth on the show. We talked about how you believe as far as some of the, I guess, lack thereof in the industry in general. I've mentioned things as well. But what are some misconceptions about skilled nursing facilities that the community need to know?
Okay, I would say one of the main misconceptions about the nursing home is that there are people that are just there for money, when I can tell you that that's really not the case. I know me personally, I'm pretty sure you've probably done that as well too, but I used to go to bat for my CNAs and my frontline staff because I truly know and understand the work that they put into it, trying to get their raises and things such as that, which was sometimes a kickback. So I definitely would say that the big misconception that people are just in it for the money. Another thing in it is that, it's one of those professions where, when you go in, that you don't have a heart, that, you have a lot of people that are just out there just abusing people. It's not the case. Sometimes people just have bad days, but, we do have to do our due diligence and, remove them from the situation. So I'll say those 2 are going to be the biggest misconception, I would say.
I agree too. Because just like it's bad employees in work at Walmart,
everywhere.
It's bad employees in construction, it's bad employees. Everywhere. It's everywhere. I don't mean they don't care. I mean, you just have people with different upbringings, different background, morals, and values. That's really what it, but I can tell you this, my CNAs, I always uplifted them because I used to tell them, what you guys do, I couldn't do it.
Yep. And see, I'm also a clinician, so I used to go and help them change the residents and, be able to help them reposition because I had that license. I just wanted to let them know, I appreciate you so much. I know what you're doing and I can come and help you.
That's why I admire nursing home administrators, especially the ones that done it for a long time, because you have to be a special person to be built for that continuous grind every single day. You put a camera. Oh, yes.
The emotions that people fail to realize, too, when it comes to administrators, that because we are overseeing the whole building, we're dealing with the issues, concerns of our staff, but also, of our residents, but also that of the staff as well, too. When we have those relationships with them, you want everyone to be successful. So the emotional part of it, the mental part, that in and of itself is a lot for administrators.
Oh, yes, for sure. And that's where somebody like myself, wear your emotions on your sleeves. You're going to have a hard time doing that. But also, just being honest with you, I don't like lying to the staff.
I'm very transparent with them.
That's really my problem.
Yeah.
So you tell them they don't have their checks, or you did their checks wrong. What Norman's supposed to say to them?
Yeah.
They come in my office asking about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. Because my mom didn't raise a liar, so.
Yeah, I'm telling the truth. But you can't. You're supposed to be a different face.
Yeah.
And that's what I had a lot of problems with. Because I can't tell the people something that's not honest.
True.
Not true.
You can be, like I used to tell them, I will be very transparent with you and towards you as much as I can.
Yes, you can. Got it. Yeah, because you got a job too.
Absolutely.
You got to pay your bills too.
Yeah.
So you can't risk, some things you have to be able to do. But that was a challenge for me to balance because I really just be invested, right? They used to call me Miss Sue. She used to say, you are a black Obama. She used to call me that. You are a black Obama.
Okay.
I'd been called Martin Luther King, all kind of stuff. I was like, oh man. So that automatically make me feel like, man, these people really believe in what I'm saying. Because they used to always say I have a speech for everything. Because I did town hall. I used to go my financials with them.
Oh yeah.
I used to share all of that information,
yes.
So that they feel like they're engaged, as well. But
and then too, I've done that too, and I've seen when you do that, it helps decrease all of that unnecessary overage.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to think about it. If they don't know, you can't expect for them. They only see or hear that they're making a lot of money, so to speak. But if you go with those financials and how it works, they're a lot more amped.
Yeah, a lot more
to assist.
Right, and then a lot more go the extra mile for you too.
Oh yes.
When they feel like you're a transparent person, you're gonna be honest with them.
Oh yes.
Like you can call them about 2:00 in the morning, and they'll come in and work for you.
Yep, that's why you get to know them when you first go in. Mm-hmm. You introduce yourself, so you're building that rapport with them. And another thing I used to do just off the wall is, I walk around and kind of see them doing special things, and then I'll be like, Norman, you need it to the administrator's office. Mm-hmm. Norman to the administrator's office. And they're like, oh, what Norman do? What Norman do?
I used to do that too.
I'll bring you in and say, Norman, I saw that you was out there helping Miss such and such. I just want to tell you that I greatly appreciate you.
Yep.
You are doing an amazing job, and just know it's not going unnoticed.
Yeah.
And then of course when they walk out, what they say, you're just trying to hear the thing. But you change that feeling of coming to the administrator's office just because you're in trouble. You really need to share some positive stuff with
I used to do that too. They're like, Norman, why you call me on the loudspeaker like that? Yes, I just want to mess with you. That's all. I used to do that too. Used to love doing that. I did that a lot in Dade City, for sure. I called them on the speakerphone. I'm gonna call her name Maria. Maria Garcia, can you please come to the office? She was CNA. Maria used to keep. She was there in that building over 25 years.
Wow.
Like that tenureship, and then it had sisters. What's her name? Ebby. We had Maria. You had. I don't remember all their names, but it was restorative. They ran restorative. They did 3 to 11. It was like 5 or 6 of them.
Wow.
It was like real powerful, that connection they had to the facility and the way they invested in the staff too. In the other staff, like growing them, mentoring. Like it really is like a real community. Mm-hmm. So your team that's what I miss the most, honestly. I miss that the most. So, but I appreciate you coming to join the show. I know this was a different form of a guest here, but I wanted her to be able to share like her journey. She is a person that believes in education, but she maximizes it and she put it to use. Right? And that's a lot of times we need to do as family members out there, caregivers out there. There's resources that you know about right now today that you never picked up the phone and called. You never took a visit in the car to go see. You never emailed them, but you're still suffering. You're still complaining. Actions speak louder than words, right? Test yourself, challenge yourself. Tune in to the podcast. Follow us on Facebook. We'll be sharing a whole lot of more knowledge and resources, but also follow Dr. Rainey. If you'll share them where they can find you, your website, all your social media for the audience, please.
So pretty much if you just type in Ranyouri Senia, that's RANYOURI, and then Senia, SENIA, you will find me on Instagram, Facebook, all of the various social media sites. And of course, if you ever have any questions, feel free to DM me.
Yeah, you had one thing I wanted to say, but I was trying to find it on my phone, but I couldn't find it. But you had where you went viral. Like you had like this flyer you did. It had like how many views you had, how many posts, impressions, and it was really good. I was gonna share it on the for sure.
Oh, I've had a couple of flyers and stuff that go viral because again, I do like to share educational information. So you're more than welcome to follow me. And if you have questions, let me know.
Oh, well, hold on before we go to shout out the venue, the name, where it's located, how the capacity, booking, all of that. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So if you are looking for a venue, we like to say that it's not too big, not too small, just like Goldilocks. It is 900 square feet. It's located at the intersection of 301 and Adamo Drive in the Tampa Brandon area, literally across from Brandon Ford. We can accommodate up to 50 people seated with chairs. We have the two 65-inch televisions there, and you're more than welcome to reach out and book a session. We have our 2-hour packages. We have 4-hour packages, 6-hour packages. So if you are looking for an event venue or you want to host anything, you're more than welcome to check us out.
It's really good. Making money. That's different streams of income right there.
Yeah, I use that to host my event. So, but other than that, more than welcome to come.
I don't want to end this either. I'm sorry. I have to get this in too because we was talking on the phone one day and I was just so impressed. But nonprofit organizations.
Oh.
Yeah, you had like, so I'm like, God, no.
Okay.
But yeah, please, go into, and then if you would just explain to them, because I really want you all to understand how valuable a person Dr. Rainey is. And just, I don't know, she just have to be smart to do all these things. But go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in the process of finishing out the adventures. I'm looking to start up 3 nonprofits. The first one is called Vine Community Housing and Development, more so focused on that HUD counseling, the affordable home ownership, wanted to do more education and training on the foreclosure stuff. So that's already registered with the state of Florida, looking to bring that up. And then I do have one, my Care First Foundation. That is a nonprofit just focused on being able to give simple adaptive equipment, whether it's something like the raised toilet or the shower chair. I've seen so many people that unfortunately insurance won't cover it and or finances they can't cover it. So I'm looking to be able to utilize that nonprofit to donate to the various elderlies that may need that. And then I have my financial literacy component of that all as well too. So couple all of that together from that nonprofit. Again, just wanted to be able to help.
Wow. I don't know how. It's very impressive. We're very impressed with the information and knowledge Dr. Rainey shared with us today. Happy you gave me this opportunity on a Sunday once again and a commute to come here with our audience to share information that they can benefit from, but also give them opportunity to engage with you online, follow your journey, and actually gain knowledge from your insights as well. So please follow Dr. Rainey on all her sites that she just indicated. But make sure with this episode, you like, comment below. If you have any questions or concerns, definitely we'll reach out to you. Please know that we understand here at the Let's Get Comfy podcast, and your spare time, you like to watch drama shows, you like to watch Netflix, but we want to be that Monday cool, making Mondays cool again. Let's Get Comfy podcast. See you next time.
Please visit comfortmeasuresconsulting.com. We're here to support you and your loved ones.
Thank you.